The election season moved into its next gear yesterday. Some Amarillo voters hit the polls at City Hall for the first day of early voting, and as some did, they were presented with petitions written to fight for some city ordinances. Early voting for Amarillo's municipal election began yesterday morning and will continue until Friday, 8 a.m. to 5. On the way into City Hall, some voters were stopped by petitioners vying for their signatures. Some of the documents oppose additional taxes on city water bills. Some wanted the cell phone ban lifted, and among those voters, some were in favor of petitions that others disagreed.
I am against repealing. You leave it as is.
Our First Amendment right gives us freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom to do what we're doing right here, freedom to create initiatives, and this is what this is.
To get a petition to city commissioners, it must get more than 3,900 signatures to be considered valid, and each person on it must be an Amarillo resident, also, of course, a registered voter. And the mayoral elections, got pretty heated last year. This year, probably not so much, but with all those petitions, we could be seeing some interesting headlines.
In the school board, the Amarillo school proposal win, is that part of the same election?
It's part of it as well, yeah. So we'll keep you updated on all of that. And so many changes, so many things heating up and then quickly cooling back down in the forecast, as it has been for, is it 3 or 4 weeks that we've seen kind of this?
The entire month of April, we've had Wednesday cold weather. And that's usually when I go out and work on weather stations. It's been terrible. I've had to kind of move it around. And same thing coming up for this week. So.
Nope, I just would have been terrified.
See, I would have jumped overboard and swam with them. Yeah, there's never been a fatal attack of a killer whale in the wild.
Until I'm out in the middle of the wild in a boat somewhere, and then it happens. Because I'm going to be that girl that's like, oh, that was never done before in nature.
It'll happen
with
to you.
me, it would. It might be spring, but Old Man Winter is still full of surprises, we've noticed. Check out this spectacular show on Lake Plymouth in Minnesota. There are large piles of ice splintering into fine shards, much like glass. Some call it ice chandeliering, and that's when ice, very brittle, due to sun and warmer temperatures, reaches this state where ice crystallizes. Then it splinters, creating a shattering sound in the process.
That looked very pretty, but I wouldn't want to walk on it barefoot. Yeah, I'd rather go swimming with killer whales.
Okay, there you go. I'd rather it just be spring, be warm, and be normal, but that's not going to happen.
It doesn't sound like it, Steve.